A very good afternoon to you tuned in to UBC TV. Welcome to our lunchtime news this Thursday, the 20th of July, 2023. It's me, Michael Jordan Lukomwa, and this is what we have for you. The Green Africa Youth Organization has joined forces with other stakeholders to launch the operation of the Youth Climate Council in Uganda. This movement aims to bridge the gap by serving as an institutional mechanism to bolster the youth climate movement in the country.
The organization and partners recently carried out a consultative meeting to involve stakeholders and obtain a bottom-up approach to implementation.
First of all, we have to appreciate that climate change phenomenon is a phenomenon without borders, to the extent that one inaction or just action carried out in one country affects all other countries on the globe. For example, China being the largest emitter, with all these other developed countries, Africa is on the receiving end with respect to disasters caused by climate change, while we are the least emitters.
These meeting resolutions also fed into the baselines of a report on youth involvement in climate policies, yet to be submitted to the Ministry of Water and Environment.
And so as the National Youth Council, we are very interested in that conversation because, one, it talks about sustainability. The future we are talking about is a future that the youth are most likely to see. The people who are in power now are not the ones who will be here 50 years from now. And so if the leadership of youth does not understand the issues now, does not engage youth now, in 50 years we are going to struggle to explain to the leaders then.
This initiative will work as an alliance and explore how young people across the 4 regions of Uganda have equal access to contribute to policy formulation and climate change in the country.
So we are, partnering with other stakeholders who are very much in known of these gaps, training the youth here so they understand whatever is going on, and as well ensuring that in terms of policy input, anything that has to go into the policy outcomes, we would be able to have the expertise to also make some policy input. And
the concept of youth climate councils has a lot of potential to bridge the gap between the youth activists and organizations in Uganda and the government structures at national, regional and local levels. Among the organizations joining hands with GAYO are the National Youth Council of Uganda, Fridays for Future, Youth Go Green, Climate Action Group, Action Coalition on Climate Change, Ministry of Water and Environment, Community Transformation Foundation Network, Nexus Youth Initiative, among others. Wadulo Mark Arnold, UBC News in Kampala.
As Buganda Kingdom prepares to celebrate the 30th coronation anniversary of the Kabaka Ronald Mwenda Mutebi II, Plascon Paint Company has handed over paint to the Lubiri Organizing Committee to repair the Mengo Palace ahead of the activities. Robert Sewava, the head of the palace, who received the paint on behalf of the kingdom, thanked the company for the support.
Our brothers from Plascon, the official paint partners with the Buganda Kingdom, I'm standing here to receive what they have brought, the paint, the tools to use. We just pray that the work is done in the time they have promised to do it, that is 4 to 5 days, and we promise them cooperation in everything that is
at the main palace in Mengo. As Kansai Plascon, we're delighted to continue our partnership with Buganda Kingdom as the official paint partners as we prepare for the 30th anniversary of the coronation of His Majesty, the King of Buganda.
To hand over this consignment to the palace administrator, Mr. Robert Sewava, and we are sure this job is going to be done meticulously well, and our palace will be ready for the celebrations. The paint we are going to use.
The Uganda Sports Press Association, in partnership with the Ministry of Works and Transport and Plascon Paint, have launched a road safety campaign. The campaign is to shine a spotlight on the importance of road safety and to take measures to reduce accidents in the country. Through this joint initiative, they seek to raise awareness among the public about the significance of adhering to road safety rules and regulations to create a safer environment for all road users.
With numerous road accidents occurring of late, the Uganda Sports Press Association has created a road safety initiative after losing 2 of its members to a road accident a month ago.
The culmination of this campaign, of course, was the fatal crumbling of our erstwhile and of our former executives who crashed in Ugazi. And since then, we launched a campaign to remember their departed souls, but also use it to advantage on the message of responsibility, the message of awareness, the civic importance, and how we can galvanize and pull together all the sectors of government to promote the singular voice, road, and the risks that happen on the road.
This campaign will run at a variety of schools in the country as they aim to support citizens with the right safety precautions of road safety in order to regulate reckless driving and reduce road accidents.
The number of accidents happening today is unsustainable. As a country, we shouldn't be continue talking about numbers and numbers. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So we need to up the campaign and make everybody responsible. Let every Ugandan feel it is his responsibility to ensure safety on our roads.
Can we be responsible enough? Can we know when to talk on phones? Stop WhatsApping. WhatsApp when you have reached somewhere.
Partners, Plascon, are gearing up to enhance road safety signs for the same cause.
The objective is no longer sit back and understand that, oh, as a driver, okay, I have to be responsible. No. Even as passengers, even as pedestrians, even as motorcyclists, each and every one of us has an objective and a paramount responsibility to be responsible first for your own life, but also for the lives of the people around you. We'll be moving through communities and schools between Kampala and Jinja to ensure that we spread the message of road safety.
The campaign will have activities like road painting, sensitization of communities on road signs, drivers and riders workshops, all to be done in the month of August 2023. Marshall Miro, UBC News.
Now, strengthening investigations and use of human eye in handling cases related to aggravated defilement, especially in suspects, among suspects with HIV, other than only considering the aggravated factors, can help to bring justice to both the accused and the victims. This was communicated by Justice Vincent Wagona while closing a meeting attended by top managers in the criminal systems to discuss the way forward on how to handle criminal cases.
Top managers in the criminal justice system have held a high-level meeting to discuss on the way forward on how they can strengthen handling of criminal cases in the criminal justice system. The meeting, which was held in Kampala, was attended by various stakeholders in the criminal justice system, among others, the Director of Public Prosecutions Office, Judiciary, Uganda Police, Uganda Prisons, and civil society organizations. While closing the meeting, Justice Vincent Wagona called for collective efforts from stakeholders in the criminal justice system in seeing a free crime society.
I've been looking at some of our decisions, and what I noticed is that although having HIV is already an element of the offense, in most decisions the judicial officers also consider it as an aggravating factor when sentencing, therefore attracting a much harsher sentence when the person had HIV. Maybe what we should be looking at as an aggravating factor is if the person did it knowingly, other than just having HIV.
The head of Director of Public Prosecutions, Lady Justice Jane Francis Abodo, highlighted on some of the achievements registered since the inception of the project.
Our collaborative efforts have shown tremendous potential in improving the criminal justice system and the overall well-being of all Ugandans. In collaboration with the Uganda Police Force and the Uganda Prison Service, we have formulated user policies to enhance the management of HIV, TB, and malaria. These policies provide clear guidelines and procedures for addressing health-related issues within our institutions.
Lady Justice Margaret Mutonyi from High Court Criminal Division expressed the need for every prisoner to first go under checkup for tuberculosis and HIV before mixing up with other ailments.
So if we are to fight this, I think from the human rights perspective, it is very important that they are cancelled, and then there should be a second check, because one might be negative today, but after 3 months the results are positive. So there should be continuous screening to make sure that we protect those who are not infected, and then we treat those who are infected. It is a human right for them to get treatment.
New arrivals must undergo testing of the 3.
Yes.
Take samples and we detect whether you are a TB case, HIV AIDS case, and even clinically looking at the person, how nourished are you?
How do we determine that the HIV that was found in one victim is actually the tribe is a very exact one from the suspect? So these are scientifically difficult questions to prove. So we think that as medicine and technology becomes more available, the law and the investigations may also be able to exactly place this type of infection to the possible source.
Deborah Namamonde, Susan Nabugode, UBC News.
NRM chairpersons from the 5 city divisions of Kampala have presented their petition to President Museveni on how to revamp the party support in Kampala. The NRM vice chairperson, Alhaji Moses Chigongo, received the petition at Maya Nature Resort in Wakiso district. The division chairmen were represented by Hussein Luchamuzi of Machinde, Nicholas Arini Tue of Nakawa, and Abdallah Chitata of Rubaga.
Bring a memorandum which is going to exist as a president outlining the challenges facing Kampala, especially how are we going to handle the issue of the government programs, the Myoga, the parish model, the skilling. We have a challenge of the youth who are unemployed. We have 3 categories of youth. We have the employed, we have the land, and we have those who are totally unemployed.
We have issues that affect Kampala, and we came to share some ideas with him on how we can develop the city. We know that NRM has many projects, and we are seeing that some opposition members are hitting our projects, are hitting our ideas. So we come to consult on how to go forward with government program.
We are requesting His Excellency the President to retain Dorothy Chisaka as the ED for Kampala for what he has so far done.
But we want to appeal that, if possible, to the powers that work on that, if possible, if they can continue to give her more time so that at least she can work, she can continue working from where she has reached. Because
ate mbasaba timutyagaze kuntuukirira wadde munsaze edi ku bintu birala naye nvuddeyo nsobole okwogera nammwe ate nammwe musaavinga abantu muleme kulumya bantu muli baweereza b'abantu.
Teri muntu yenna yali yakuŋŋaanyiza bantu bannakampala bannakibuga n'abateeka ku ssente ya gavumenti abantu abasuba mu 13,000 nga madamu Kisaka kyakoze.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now, within a larger war in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, there is another war carried out by the ADF men and that is sexual violence against the women in the area. The women are a prime target of the separate ADF attacks. They indicate the incidents involve killings, sexual abuses and harassment, and violations of humanity and war crimes.
Sexual violence has been used as a weapon of war by most of the forces involved in this conflict. The ADF rebels, being part of the negative forces in Eastern Congo, frequently and sometimes systematically raped women and girls.
Kuchinja. Unaendelea tu kuishi kuhali ya unyonge hivyo hivyo.
ADF rebels rape women and girls as part of the more general attack in which they kill and injure civilians and destroy their properties. The ADF rebels do this to terrorize communities into accepting their control or to punish them.
Wale wa ADF iliendaka ilikuwa lendi bali tutosha mnyumba bakemuchinja bakenipeleka kule nikaenda kule mpori nyepeki.
Where they no longer conduct large attacks, individuals or small groups of rebel groups, they rape women and girls whom they find in the fields, in the forest and along the roads.
We've been following them. So far we have killed not less than 10. We have picked out a lot of guns. We have also rescued so many people since that time, not less than 20, and we continue to do so. We think the biggest part of the ADF, that's one commander is in Mwalika Valley, whom we are trying to follow, and this is part of the team that killed our children in that school.
These sexual violations meted on women and girls by the ADF have left many traumatized and count on the support or rescue missions of the UPDF and FARDC army.
Yenye tunaongea tunasema asante sana, muendelee kusaidia na wengine viko kule mpori wengine washabebewa nao banahitaji msaada. Walikuwa wanamuita Amir.
Abducted at the age of 14, 15 and 16 years and are sexually abused. The trauma can be vividly seen on their faces. She says many young girls still in the bush need UPDF and FARDC support to be rescued from tyrants of ADF. Yvonne Shashe was also abducted from Butembo and was forced to get married to one of the ADF commanders and has been in the forced marriage in the bush for 3 years. Yvonne is traumatized and speaks with bitterness when talks about ADF.
Tukiishi maisha mubaya, kukura mihogo, kuko na siku ya tulitawanyikaka tukemaliza miezi 2 bila kukura chakula, tunakunya tu mai basi.
These young girls were rescued by UPDF in Mwalika Valley in the night of crossfires against ADF Abuaka's rebel group. These young girls who are below the age of 16 years, their dilemma is carrying unwanted pregnancies. At the front line, UPDF is pushing the ADF rebels, especially in Mwalika Valley and along River Tali and Samrik, the first jungles of Eastern DRC. Haruna Mtaisasira, UBC News.
We thank you so much for watching, and this is UBC Lunchtime News. Enjoy this short break with us. On return, we have more.
These days, our homes are no longer just the places we live. It's where we attend meetings, go to class, keep each other safe, and entertain ourselves. To do this smoothly, you need a reliable internet connection. Buy the MTN WakaNet router, which connects up to 32 devices and gets a free 40 GB data bundle at only 149,000 shillings. Or buy the MTN WakaNet MiFi at only 75,000 shillings and enjoy a free 15 GB bundle to stream, study, work, and play on the go. Visit any MTN service center to buy the MTN WakaNet router or MiFi and enjoy the internet that does amazing things.
The biggest, the baddest East African Christian Marathon is here. Competition
participate at the East African Christian Marathon for a prayer run on the 13th of August 2023 at the Lugogo Hockey Grounds. Come represent your family at the prayer run and run for a good cause to build the first call center, which will be East Africa's virtual listener. Come for the prayer run alongside your pastors, leaders, representatives from Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, and of course Uganda. Participate with Honorable Captain Mike Mukula, who is the chief runner and patron. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Make your donation for your kid now from 20,000, 30,000 and 100,000 Uganda shillings, because runs change the world. For more details, call 0781 885 055 or visit our website at www.eastafricachristianmarathon.org. Proudly sponsored by PKF, UPC, Venro Health, Aquafina, and Moving Preacher.
Introducing the Infinix Note 30 series in partnership with Airtel Uganda, a smartphone where style meets functionality. Take charge of the day with special features like the 108MP triple camera and 68 watts fast charge, and the best part is you can use this phone to charge other phones. You also will enjoy free 3GB from Airtel every month for 3 months on each new device purchased. Dial *100#, select data and devices to get your free data. The Infinix Note 30 series Spark, a connection in partnership with Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Road traffic crashes is one of the leading causes of death among young people aged 5 and 29 years. In 2022, Uganda registered 21,473 crashes, out of which 4,534 people died and 15,227 seriously injured. 22 people die every 100 crashes, and on average, we lose 12 people daily. Legacy Road Safety Initiative, in partnership with KCCA, Ministry of Works and Transport, Ministry of Health, Uganda Police Force, Red Cross, Rosaku, Boda Boda Industry Uganda, have organized the second Road Safety Marathon for the crash victims to help create awareness, build cohesion among stakeholders, train first responders at black spots, and support a health facility. The marathon will take place on the 23rd of July 2023, starting at 7 a.m. from Nakasero Primary School grounds. Book your kits at 25,000 from Legacy Road Safety Initiative offices located at Old Kampala Chicken House, 2nd floor, room 18, or 8th Street, Safeway, Rightway offices, Total Energies, Ovino Mall, Boda Boda Industry Uganda, or visit www.lrs-initiative.org to register. Call 0752-605-479 or 0776-598-817 or 0414-698-675. Proudly powered by Daxi Driving School and Wava Water. Run to save a limb.
Uganda waraji batusako manwa mechikona tena tekobu siko season yakuna savu July kuma Mount Papa's Hall usasule kwa MTN mobile money usasule kuma chitundu MTN usasule nega nkomitano iga stemu kagatano stamu enda munana hasha kwa MTN ufuni tiketi yukati wabula kumliango usasule mitwale ibiri yepe mitwale tano ate meza ya milioni biri munana July kodi ni hotel mkono wenda habili mbili July Maria Flema Saka habili mwenda July Afro Club Kasangati ate yoyo noku yingi na mtualo wafujinidwa musente Talent Africa Victoria University Suzu Property Consultants Pepsi Max Uganda Waraji ne
MTN.
Thank you so much for watching, and this is UBC Lunchtime News continuing. The ban on Ugandan milk products being exported to Kenya has had a severe impact on Brookside Company's operations. With the restrictions in place, the company's ability to import crucial ingredients for its products has been hindered, leading to a financial struggle that has compelled the management to make tough decisions regarding their workforce.
The ban on Uganda milk products being exported to Kenya has had a severe impact on Brookside Company's operations. With the restrictions in place, the company's ability to import crucial ingredients for its products has been hindered, leading to financial struggles that have compelled the management to make tough decisions regarding the workforce.
It's a painful decision we had to arrive at. We cannot sustain the current establishment in light of the current production. We are operating at around 25 to 30%, and therefore most of the employees were left redundant.
The layoff is a heartbreaking outcome for both affected members and the company, which has been a significant player in the dairy processing industry in the region. The situation calls for consideration and cooperation between the two governments to address the underlying issues and find a sustainable solution that benefits all parties involved.
We urge the Uganda government to really prioritize and intervene in this matter so that we can reverse the situation. I believe the situation can be reversed.
NRM Vice Chairperson Eastern Uganda, Captain Mike Mukula, who also doubles as a patron, Uganda exporters and clearing companies, expressed concern on the ban of Ugandan products to Kenya.
Over 80 permits of various exporters who have not been allowed or given the import permit into Kenya. Now, this is a very serious matter because it's affecting the common milk producer.
Mukula added that this contravenes the East African Treaty and free trade across the regions.
And this goes against the spirit of the East African Community trade caution, and say that whereas there may be Kenya's interest or political interest in other areas that we may not understand, the East African common trade is at stake.
In 2019, Ugandan lawyers filed a suit in the East African court following a ban of Ugandan produce to Kenya. Although on 2nd February 2023, Kenyan president lifted the ban. Rebecca Natongo, Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
As part of Uganda's national digital transformation and digital payment strategies, the Uganda Bankers Association, in collaboration with Visa, have introduced a contactless payment system. The goal is to ease financial transactions and adapt to emerging business trends in the money economy.
The Executive Director of Uganda Bankers Association, Wilbrod Humphreys Owori, says the intention is to accelerate penetration of digital financial payments. For effectiveness of this strategy, stringent policy measures are being prioritized.
As we adopt digital solutions, as we undertake the digital transformation, first is the systems themselves to be robust with sufficient controls, protocols to make it secure and hard to penetrate compromise. And secondly, the staff themselves, we try to put controls so that authorities distributed, alerts are put, monitoring mechanism.
The Visa Country Director emphasized that this payment model will enhance financial inclusion.
The evolution of payments is going towards mobile. So the first priority is to make card payments, to make awareness about card payments, but transitioning into mobile. And that's why we are here today, because we want to promote digital. And what is digital? It's for you to be able to pay with your mobile and for anyone to be able to be paid whatever, or to have a device that you can convert into a payment device. Any mobile, any smartphone can be converted into a payment.
This campaign is to promote widespread adoption of digital financial transactions for the benefit of Uganda citizens.
It's opportunity. It's meeting our consumers where they are. We know today the consumers have a phone, and this phone can do a lot. Why can't it do card payments? That's basically what we are asking.
Crispus Arenaitwe, Martha Achele, UBC News.
In a bid to improve convenience and facilitate faster transactions, Absa Bank Uganda has introduced the Absa MobiTap innovation, which is a cashless form of making payments using mobile smartphones. This functionality allows medium, small and micro enterprises to use their smartphones as point-of-sale machines, enabling customers to make payments using any contactless enabled ATM cards.
With the number of smartphone users growing daily in Uganda, reaching 30%, the Absa MobiTap online transaction application is intended to enhance transaction convenience for these users when making transactions.
And today we demonstrate just how far smartphones can go towards increasing digital payments and access to digital payments by the medium, small and micro enterprises. With Absa MobiTap that we are launching today, we are turning a regular smartphone or a tablet into a secure digital payment terminal that requires no additional hardware, no plugins, no card readers, no dongles.
Executive Director of Absa Bank, Michael Seguier, stated that this innovation aims at eradicating the bulk movement of physical money by promoting the use of cashless payments.
Less cost of carrying around cash, going to bank it every day, because your proceeds go to the bank direct, and you should be able to reduce on your cost of running a business. For the customer, you don't need to hang around with papers. All your reconciliations are automated onto the SMS or email that you receive as part of confirming the transactions being done.
The multi-card enabled innovation will allow users to keep track of all their contactless transactions on their smartphones.
That you can receive on your phone or a very small phone gadget that you'll be able to use, which is much cheaper to facilitate all kinds of cashless transactions across our merchants. This merchant gadget is going to be able to receive all kinds of cashless payments from different kinds of cards, not necessarily Absa, as long as they are contactless, and you will be able to transact from your supermarket or any shop.
This advancement in digital payment technology is expected to streamline financial transactions and contribute to the country's ongoing digital transformation. Myron Awori and Juman Samba, UBC.
The story brings us to the end of all we had for you this lunchtime. Thanking you so much for having been part from wherever you are. Let's get to you in our subsequent bulletins. That's in Luganda, Kiswahili, and I'll be here myself for news tonight. So you have the reasons to keep it with us. Enjoy the next program. Bye-bye.